The Sunrise Rotary Club sponsored an Aging Gracefully seminar in April 2024. The Alzheimer's Association was one of the keynote speakers, and also the Area Agency of Aging of Broward County described their services for both dementia patients and their caretakers. And they will be sponsoring a caretaker seminar on May 14, 2024 at 8 a.m. at Parker's Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Sunrise Police manned a table at the venue but were unable to speak due to scheduling conflicts. The good news is that the Florida legislature, with lobbying efforts by the Alzheimer's Association, in 2024 passed a bill encouraging all police departments to include more in-depth dementia training in their police CIT training courses. The Sunrise Police have promptly implemented this, appointing an officer to spearhead the department efforts to more humanely respond to calls involving those with dementia, autism, and other mental health related issues. The Sunrise Police is encouraging families with loved ones who have dementia, Down syndromes, or autism to purchase Angel Sense technology that tracks their locations with GPS sensors plus voice monitoring in case they wander off. And my introduction includes my story of how I became aware of the dementia issue. The noise level is high. It was right after a break and the room was still settling down. Each Rotary Club sponsors several charities, and one of the charities that we are sponsoring is the Alzheimer's Association, so they're going to be the next speaker. I just want to speak a little bit. The reason why I became involved with the Alzheimer's Association, or learning more about it, is I had a rather traumatic experience as an officer for an over 55 condominium. We learned that we were foreclosing on somebody, and one of their neighbors was speaking before the officers, and they said, you can't foreclose on this guy. There's something not quite right upstairs with this guy. And they decided to go ahead and foreclose on him because they were having a lot of problems with him for the past 10 years. He was behind in his bills, he was harassing his neighbors, really a pain in the butt. And so they just wanted to get rid of him, so they decided to foreclose upon him. And I stopped the foreclosure. We had a court-appointed guardian, so he could look after his affairs. We were able to sell the property in due course, and he wasn't thrown out on the street. Well, anyway, they were pissed, and so they censured me. They asked for me to resign about 6 months later. They sent a letter to all of the residents of our unit, having the attorney tell them how bad a guy I was, how I was not a team player, and exposing them to legal liability, and just the whole 9 yards. And so that's kind of like how I got involved in it. And the whole story is on one of the YouTube videos. So anyway, I became interested in the Alzheimer's Association because what happened is these people just didn't know. They were just ignorant about issues on what to do with somebody with Alzheimer's. So that's kind of like my mission, is to tell people how you should treat people with Alzheimer's and some of the issues that are involved. And you can see the slide here is the 1-800 number for the Alzheimer's Association. They have a 24/7 hotline that you can call. They have qualified professionals on the phone, and they're knowledgeable both on the medical point of view and the legal point of view for your community. So it's a very impressive hotline. On my YouTube channel, I have several videos on dementia and psychology. Many of my dementia videos include information from the Alzheimer's Association website. One of these videos is a review of magazine articles on the police CIT training for mental health from the Atlantic magazine and other sources, and information from the mental health initiatives of the Miami-Dade court system from their website. Many of my dementia videos are book reviews, including several fascinating videos on caretakers. Also, the video by Glenn Campbell's widow is a fascinating case study of the stages of his Alzheimer's disease, with the 10 warning signs by the Alzheimer's Association from before his diagnosis to his unfortunate passing. And this emphasizes that there's not a clear-cut dividing line between when a person does not have Alzheimer's and he develops Alzheimer's. It's more of an evolution.